Now we're going to apply glue to this one. And one thing that you could do, that I think I'm going to do here, because I'm putting a lot of glue. I am making sure that there's glue everywhere. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, as Pam says, I'm going to use finger tool, and I'm just going to move the glue around. Make sure it's on the edges. Just getting it all over. Because I want to make sure that I'm not losing all my glue by it pushing out the ends. So if I just push it to the ends already, then it should be okay. And the glue that she uses dries much faster than the glue that I'm using, which is going to make this a slightly longer process. Because I'm going to finish putting these together, and then I'm going to have to leave it alone while it dries for a little while. Okay, so then I'm going to wipe off my finger. Okay, and then I'm going to get my other piece of board, and I'm going to put the I'm going to put the cardboard side down, because that should stick better. Okay, and then I'm going to align it and smush it. Oop, it moved. Okay. And yes, it is smushing out to the sides, but that's, like I said, that's alright. I'm not too worried about it as long as it adheres. That is the main focus. Stop moving. Okay, there is glue coming out the side, you can probably see it. I'm going to peel this up. I'm going to leave the glue as is right now, but we've got our thickness happening. It is, I think, as aligned as we're going to get it. So there is the first piece. And since I use so much glue, it's a little flimsy right now, so I am just going to set it off to the side to dry. And I'm going to get more, actually, that should be fine. Alright, so we're going to do our second piece. I'm going to do this one with the Elmer's glue and see how that works. So same idea, just getting glue everywhere, maybe. Okay. And I am going to smush. It's like a crafter's favorite word, smoosh or smush. I hear it a lot in crafting videos, and I myself just use it a lot when talking about smooshing. Making sure y'all are still in frame. Ugh, come on. Come on. Okay. You don't have to spread the glue around. You can leave it in the weird pattern. I'm just doing this to make sure it gets all over the edges, because that's a really, really important step to this, is making sure that it's all together. Okay, so cardboard to cardboard. Ooh, wait. That piece was supposed to go in the middle. Oh well. Okay, cardboard to cardboard. Line it up as best as you can. Just because it is not perfectly aligned, we're not going to worry about it. We're just putting these together right now. Right, so smushing it all together, getting glue on the outside if necessary. Then I'm going to peel it off of this. Make sure we're good and smooshed. Okay, I'm just flipping it over so that this piece is in the middle. And then I'm going to get some more glue out. Maybe if I do it like this, if I just take the lid off. Nope, okay, can't get the lid off. Couldn't tell you how old this bottle of glue is. Okay. Glue. Lots of glue. Alright. Smushing. I think we're all the way out to the edge. So then we're going to do cardboard side down, aligning as best as we can. Okie doke. Wow, I haven't said that in a long time. Okay, we are moving a lot. When you put the sides that are like the smooth side down, it becomes a problem as far as getting the things to stay where you want them. Alright, so you can see over there, right there, it is not aligned right, and that's okay. We're just gonna leave it. It's fine. Right now we're just getting it all stuck together as close to possible. Okay. Sorry if my head gets in the way. I'm trying to make sure that we're all glued down. Okay. I think this one is as glued as possible. Try not to get my head in it, but it happens. Alright. Wiping off my fingers before we move that piece. Okay. So that piece is going to dry now. I'm gonna get a new piece of this that doesn't have glue on it. Alright, and now all we have left are the spine pieces. Okay, let's do, you know what we could do? Get this glue off my wrist. For each thing we can just use a different glue. So we'll use the Mod Podge on this one. I need to go find a brush, so I will be right. Alright, so instead of a brush, I'm actually going to be using this palette knife to do the thing. Again, I've had this for a long time. Can actually get it open though, so that's good. That's the lid thing, I think. Yeah. How do I get that off? No. Okay, I'm gonna have to bring the trash can up here and attempt to get this off. Oh, that's just glue. Okay. Gross. Look at it, it feels so weird. I obviously haven't used this in a while. Alright. Okay, I'm not gonna mess with it that much. Okay, get off my finger. Cool. And I'm gonna stir it just a little bit. I did shake it up, but make sure it is good and usable. Which I'm not so sure. It's got all these boogery feeling things in it. Ew. Come on, come out. I'm trying really hard not to touch my camera with this. It just keeps coming, it won't stop. Oh, that's gross feeling. I think at this point, anybody else would have stopped messing with it and just used a different glue. But I am not everybody else, so... Okay, let go. Gross. Okay. I'm gonna go clean my hands real fast. Okay, so I'm back. Clean hands. What I attempted to do to fix my Mod Podge was I just put the lid back on it and I shook it for about 5 minutes. And it's less stringy now. So let's do this. I'm just gonna slap it on there. Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. Oh well. Okay. And this one doesn't matter what's in the middle because it's all straight. None of it's bent or anything. And then cardboard to cardboard side. Mod Podge over. I just gotta pick up this. Jeez. Okay. Everything's fine. It's fine. Okay. So we're stuck together so far. We're stuck together and we're oozing out the sides. So that's good. That's progress. We're getting there. So what I'm noticing is Mod Podge isn't as slick. So I'm attempting to like move these, like slide them like I was earlier, and it could be because it's the cardboard to cardboard side. But so far it's not moving. I need another piece of stuff. Hold on. I am actually just going to put this one in the middle because there's a little crease in it. Oh, you can't see that. Hold on. Can we see now? Okay. Alright, so we're going to get some more Mod Podge on our little palette knife. Alright, it's starting to get stringy. And just smear it on there. This is actually a great idea, using a palette knife to spread Mod Podge instead of like a sponge applicator, or a sponge brush. I hate using sponge brushes on anything. I like the technique that comes out of sponge brushes. I mean, not technique, the texture that comes out of sponge brushes, but that's about it. Then like you don't have a sponge brush because you can't get all the paint or whatever you used out of it. So then you might as well just throw it away, and it seems like a waste. I don't know. This is a great idea, using a palette knife instead. So just smooshing our glue all over the place. There's a little bit right there, and I'm just going to use my finger and get it. Yep, there we go. Okay. Okay, and cardboard side down. Okay, so y'all watched me measure everything, and nothing's lining up right. Which is fine. It's not a problem. Just a little annoying. Alright. So we're just squishing that down all over the place, making it ooze out the sides to make sure there's glue over there. The corners are good and down. Alright, so now I am going to scrape my palette knife off, wipe it off. Put the lid back on the Mod Podge. Putting all the lids back on my glues because I didn't close any of them. Okay, and then I'm going to peel this up so it doesn't stick to this one. So I'm just going to put all of these on this. So here's one piece. Here's another piece. And the last piece. So what you're going to want to do now is go get a snack. Go get a snack, go get some tea, go do something to where you're not messing with these, because these need to dry completely before we do anything else. That's why this whole project is going to be multi-day, multi-video. Yes, so these need to completely dry before you go on to the next step. So, getting a snack, getting tea, going to do something while these dry, and I will be back when they're dry. Alright, so we're on day 2 of this journal cover making process, and I have my 3 pieces that I glued together. You can see, you can see we've got our thickness down. We did our 3 pieces on each of these, and I did 3 different glues. The Mod Podge seems to have worked the best so far. It dried much quicker than the other ones did, but we'll just keep going, see how it holds up in the long run. So what we're going to do is lay out our pieces about ½ inch apart, like that. Make sure everything's aligned properly.
I just wanted to hop on a voiceover for you and say that that is too far apart. You need to have your covers closer to your spine. Not too close, but just like a little bit closer, because now that I've already done this part and I know where I messed up, that part needs to be closer. Otherwise, your book is going to like slide funny. It closes just fine, but it won't align correctly, if that makes sense. Make your covers a little closer to the spine. Not too much, but a little closer than what I have right here. Okay, back to the video.
And that's the space right here is going to just give us the ability to open and close our book. So what we're going to need is, let me grab it, tape. Pam at the Paper Outpost uses Tyvek tape. That's really expensive and I don't have that right now. I have these two tapes, which she does have a video where she uses duct tape and packing tape. So that's what we're going to be using today to bind our book together. I did forget to mention I do have my tea. We're starting out early today. I just did Earl Grey again. I usually don't like Earl Grey tea, but this brand, the Twinnings brand, is actually pretty good. So I've got Earl Grey. I have not lit my candle. Let me do that really fast. I'm just going to move it out of the way while it's popping. Okay, we have our tea, our candle. Okay, now let's get started. I need to grab some scissors. Nope, I'll just use craft tape. Okay. So we're just going to take our tape and I'm going to just go bigger than I need. And I'm going to cut it before I put it down because it's less likely to mess up that way. Okay, we've got one piece down. Where did the end go? There it is. I'm just making sure, oh, that doesn't happen, and that my pieces are evenly together. Okay, I need to remove the, that. Okay, so then I'm going to do another piece down the middle, just to make sure everything is secure. That is not... I don't like that. I'm gonna take this piece up all the way and reposition.
So a lot of the second half of this video is going to actually probably be voiceovers because the book kept making me mad, so I stopped talking. So I'm just going to cut out the part where I'm not talking and do a voiceover for you so you know what I'm doing. So right now, I'm just putting the tape down, I mean, there's nothing really to explain there. I just wanted to say that I'm probably going to voice over a lot of this just because I was getting angry at this whole process. Came out okay, but I was still getting angry at the process. So I just wasn't talking. So, putting tape down. And again, that is way too far apart. Make them closer. I promise it's going to help you in the long run. Just make them closer together. Don't you guys hate when you lose the end of your packing tape? Like, that's just what's happening here, is I keep losing the end, and it makes it very, very complicated to just, like, find it and do it again, so. And I kept doing it off screen, so I'm so sorry, you guys. I wasn't paying attention.
Try not to get any of the little bumpies in there. Okay. We got all of our tape down. I'm going to bring in my, it's not a cutting mat, but it works as one. And then I'm going to, we're not worrying about the fact that it doesn't line up. Okay. So we just taped this side. Now we're going to tape this side, and I am going to use duct tape for this side instead of packing tape, just to give it that extra thickness. Tape down. Ouch. Duct tape is much easier to work with than packing tape because it doesn't stick to itself and not do what you want it to. Again, gonna do another piece in the middle just to make sure we're good and secure. Okay. I'm gonna flip it over and trim off the extra tape. Get off.
I mean, a lot of my not talking, I just don't know what to say. Like, what am I supposed to tell you right now? Cut off the ends? I think I already did. But that's all I'm doing right now, is cutting off the ends. And at the time of filming this video, I don't have a metal ruler, which makes cutting with a craft knife much, much, much easier. So I recommend using a metal ruler. It helps with like the cutting process. So as I'm editing this video, I'm realizing that it's okay, but I do plan, because like I said, this is like the first time I've ever made a journal from scratch like this, so I plan on showing you guys an improved way of making journals. This is just trial and error, showing you guys how I'm making this journal. So there will be another video coming. I don't know whenever I get around to making another journal, because life is crazy busy, but it's coming. It will happen. I promise.
So this is our book so far. Sounds like there's a helicopter outside, and I have no idea if that's what it is or not. I think okay, so I don't think that this right here is going to be strong enough. So I'm gonna put more tape. Okay. Okay, and another one. Alright, so here is where we're going to determine which is the front and back and inside and all of that. So let me finish putting this piece of tape in and smoothing it out. Alright, so do we want our book to go like this, or do we want it to go like this? And I think I'm going to have the duct tape on the outside, because we're going to cover this up. I think we're going to put some more tape on this. I just want to be 100% sure that this stays intact. So I'm going to put more tape down here. And while we are taping, we're also figuring out what we're going to cover our journal with. I have a few pieces of fabric that I think I'm going to be using for this. Either fabric or paper. I haven't decided yet. Alright, that should be good. Okay, then there's our book. It looks like this so far. So that's our cover, the skeleton of our cover.